I know, but if I call you, answer. There's a big problem.
Wonder what this is about.
So we know that the architecture of surveillance is not only within businesses, is not only within the buses, but it's also on our own homes, and we understand that that is also part of the larger issue, where that all of this information is being fed directly back to the police department in a surveillance which ultimately leads to our criminalization and our death.
Okay, guys, I couldn't really hear her. I would like to stay and listen, but I have a feeling they're all going to go inside and then I'll never get through the, what do you call it, security.
Nothing right away. I'm a pedestrian.
So I hope everyone's doing good today. It's a big crowd. I have a feeling we might not be able to speak. But we'll see.
Oh, okay. Right. I made it.
Aw, donkey. Whoa. I shouldn't have to bulldoze my chair to get in. I don't know if I have time to do City Hall today because I kind of want to see if I can get into the court cases. Excuse me, which Henry is streaming. And so I'm hoping if anyone is in there, if anyone could go in and let Henry know to let me know if and when I should leave here quickly to get down there.
All right, we gotta go.
Hi. Morning. So what's the big hullabaloo? What's the big hullabaloo about?
No, we're just changing stuff around, make it look like
Cozy, homey.
yeah, cozy home.
It's dimples or
Just how we run business at City Hall.
like today. It's like it seems like a lot of, but yeah. I haven't been home. I went home. Wait, I'm gonna. Hey Dan. Oh, I'm sorry.
What bag is it?
All of them, I guess. There's something in all of them. There's nothing bad in all of them. It's just I've been in, huh? Yeah, I've just been,
Hey, Jason.
yeah. Sorry, guys. Hi, how you doing? Been good, Dan. How about yourself? Oh, that one was just trash. Sorry, Captain. Call you Captain. It's me, your Captain. Thanks. Yeah, I don't have any chance
The
to.
black one is what? Your
Yeah, that's attached to my chair.
that's your chair.
Yeah,
This is
I don't know.
open.
Huh? Yeah, you can open. I mean, I don't. It better not be anything.
Ready for Mendoza? Okay.
That went through already. But you're gonna have to put the black one first because that's attached to my chair.
That good one prepared today.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
If anything's in there that shouldn't be in there, I will be as shocked as you are. For
We want to hook it back on here?
Yes.
the black one first. No, the black one needs to be. That's part of my. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, because that's like my permanent one. These are all just. Yeah, I've been in a hotel all weekend. My building did not let me know that they were going to do maintenance. So.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sad. Phew, good. Thanks. Hey guys. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. It's gonna be a busy day.
At this time, 537 sports personnel and 52 civilian professional staff are on injured on duty status. 37 sworn and 41 civilian employees are on long-term sick leave. 15 sworn and 26 civilian employees are on FMLA status. 371 sworn and 114 civilian employees are assigned to temporary work restrictions or light duty, and 75 sworn and 115 civilian employees have permanent duty restrictions. In total, 1,035 sworn personnel, approximately 11.9% of our sworn workforce, and 348 civilian employees, approximately 14.1% of our civilian workforce, are currently not in full duty status in some capacity across the department. While many of these employees continue contributing in modified or administrative assignments, these limitations do impact the number of personnel available for full field deployment on any given day. It's also important to provide context when discussing daily deployment numbers. As a department, we traditionally allocate vacation time at approximately 12% of the workforce each deployment period, with vacation scheduled the year prior to ensure operational balance and staffing continuity. That's roughly 1,044 employees could be on vacation each deployment period. Additionally, daily staffing levels must account for regularly scheduled days off, mandatory training environment or assignments, employees who call in sick, and employees who are restricted due to disciplinary reasons. When all of these factors are considered together, they provide a more accurate understanding of the personnel available for deployment on any given day. That concludes my report to the Commission this morning.
Thank you very much, Chief. I appreciate your report specifically on, or give us more information on the restrictions of the helicopter, because what I heard on television was a focus on the LAPD's access to the airport. But I'm happy to hear that it was just not the LAPD, but many other entities in our city.
The LA Times took the opportunity to focus on LAPD and then turn it into a negative story that really was something that originated from a restriction on all helicopter traffic throughout the area. And so the TV was using the LA Times as a source. That's where that information came from.
Thank you for the update. As it pertains to the protest, the update on the protest, and specifically on the walkout, what school did you say that was at on the date of February 23rd?
That was the Stella Elementary and Middle School Charter Academy.
And where is that located?
I have to look that up.
Yeah, okay. Well, overall, it was a peaceful demonstration except for the entry into Target at 7 and 3,
Yes.
right? happy to hear that. I think the students are becoming more active and wanting to also express their voice, but the fact that there was this disruption at Target and 7-Eleven and addressed by their parents shows that, that there is concern by the parents, there is monitoring by the parents, and I think it shows some level of support for LAPD as well. So I'm happy that it turned out that way. As for the additional information that you gave us on personnel update, it's incredible that there's so many people are out on a daily basis, and yet we're still able to deploy and be out in the city. So thank you for that updated report. I think that our two commissioners here today may have some additional questions. I will start with Commissioner Scobin.
Thank you. Morning, Chief. Morning. Thank you for the report, and I appreciate you recognizing personnel work just made and including it in your report and the detailed information. It's great to hear crime is down and hear about the proactive efforts contributing to that. I'm also happy to hear that officer-involved shootings are down this year. Towards the end of last year, I brought up whether or not we have data from neighboring departments, and I appreciate that you shared an interest in looking at this. And as a part of understanding, you suggested the department to look at would be other large departments, such as the Sheriff's Department, which made good sense to me. When Chief Choi was asked about the status of this at a subsequent commission meeting in December, he said that the department was working on a report. Is there any update on when we can expect that report?
I will find out today and get back to you. I'm not sure when that report is now, but
Okay, thank
in
you.
progress.
Another thing, I believe it was on our January 13th meeting, we had a presentation on improving 911 response times. In that presentation, the department's technical deficiencies were shared. Were quite alarming. I'd like to get an update on when we can expect the technical requirements needed to upgrade and fix our 911 system and the associated costs to doing so, as we discussed in that.
Okay, we'll put that together. Thanks for that opportunity.
And the last thing I'd like to bring up, and this has been a hot topic of mine from the beginning of my tenure here as a commissioner, and came up a lot during my confirmation meetings with council members and community leaders, and that's ALPRs. It was clear to me that for some, there's a strong desire for ALPR cameras and additional ALPR cameras, because they recognize the benefit that they offer in public safety. For others, there's a concern, primarily around the data being collected and how it's shared with, and with whom. It seems as though there's a weekly article of a city in California or throughout the country who's freezing or canceling the use of flock cameras in their arsenal. I know there's a state law in this matter that talks about data sharing and department policies that we have in place. I think it's prudent, it's time at this moment. I'm asking that the department make a presentation for the commission on our use of flock cameras, and specifically include why we're so confident that we aren't experiencing the same issues and concerns that other cities are encountering with certain settings in their system and data sharing that they're witnessing.
Great. We'll put that together, Commissioner. We're aware of a data sharing issue in Ventura County recently. We checked our system to ensure that we are not sharing data with unauthorized users, and we're doing that, and we're comfortable that we are, and that is the case at this point, but we are doing an internal audit to confirm.
I appreciate that, and I'm very happy to hear that. And I think for the sake of transparency, we should put that. Hey, Peter.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Chamber, any comments, any follow-ups?
No comments on the report. Thank you for including information comparing departments. But I do have a question and request that you mentioned at our last meeting.
Yes, we are. No. This is the police commission. So far, the chief just gave his report. They're asking him questions. Hey, Laura.
Human trafficking occurring on Figueroa.
Oh, okay. I need to know where.
Taylor talked about what we're doing as an agency department, but also what other resources
Still on here.
we're providing in this space.
Be happy to put that together for you. Channel 7 did a recent special on where they did ride-alongs with our vice officers in along the Figueroa corridor. It was well done, I think brought to light for a lot of people the problem that has been going on for many, many years. We're addressing it. We have officers assigned to a human trafficking task force in South Bureau, but we're also working with our partners, prosecution, on the prosecution side, the city attorney, the district attorney, and the U.S. attorney. So we have ongoing efforts there, using a number of different strategies, but happy to be able to provide a more in-depth review of that if you'd like.
I'd sort of be also interested in how we're partnering with other.
Yes, and streaming it. No, it's not on yet, but he's streaming everything. So I'm listening to their stream
Organizations, perfect.
while I'm streaming it.
Move now to a public comment period.
And we'll get into public comment. But yes, Henry is streaming. They're not on the Pixel one yet. They're on case number 2.
In light of the number of parts submitted at this time,
What's he saying?
we're going to try to allow everyone to have an opportunity to speak. It's important for this commission that we do make a positive effort to hear everyone, if that's possible within our limited time.
You cancel
So
every other
we're going
week.
to give everyone 2 minutes to speak instead of 3 minutes. And then at the end of the hour, at the end of 60 minutes, we will then reevaluate and see how many
Stop
cards are
canceling
left.
meetings.
And we'll decide at that time. All right, Madam Secretary, call the first speaker.
The first speaker is Andrew Gravener.
Maybe go to the Pixar case.
You just allow the chief to go on and on and on and on and on, talking about
Unless you
something
wanna
not
speak
even
here.
relevant to this department or
I don't know if
whatever.
everyone's gonna get on.
But you can't have enough time to let us speak for the full amount of time. You keep canceling meetings, limiting comment, not letting people speak for the full time. You clearly have no interest in listening to us at all. Pretty much, you now duck in at the last second. You didn't even get your chance to go shake the hands of all the cops today, Teresa, like you usually do. So, let's see, we've got a number of stuff on the consent agenda. We've got stuff, more military equipment to the police department. Why do you need all this military equipment? What are you doing with it? I know, trying to harm people and such. And you keep talking about how crime is down, every week crime is down. But you need more money, more military equipment, and this department doesn't hold the LAPD accountable for even the, most egregious of violations. This commission just doesn't care. And, it's kind of hilarious how the Inspector General went out of his way to try to make me let me get my report in. That was because the LAPD cares about the public so much that they literally changed the email address that they used to use for providing reports. That's what I discovered. So if you want to file a report on a cop, they've changed the email address from what it used to be. So it just sits there, and maybe if you yell and scream loud enough, eventually they'll direct you to the correct email address. And yeah, I know it's posted, but how many people actually go there if they've already filed a report in the past? They just use the email address they already sent it to. We got an immigration update. The LAPD keeps aiding and abetting ICE kidnappings, assisting ICE, sharing data with ICE every step of the way, while the chief lies about it. This commission and city council and the mayor do absolutely nothing whatsoever to hold him accountable. Fire him.
Miller?
Can you hear me?
Hi, yes. You have 2 minutes?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chief, for your informative
Can I sit over there?
speech this morning. Thank you to the LAPD officers and Chief McDonald. You are to be commended for the significant drop in crime, including homicides in 2025, down to the lowest in 60 years. Community supports the increase of sworn personnel. Should be a minimum of 10,000, and that number was actually promised by previous mayors. Mexico's President Sheinbaum and their law enforcement and military are also to be commended recently. They deserve America's support and cooperation against cartels. It is truly naive to think drug cartels and their operatives are not here in the Southland. Hopefully, the U.S. will also deliver that $15 million reward to the families of the 25 murdered Mexican National Guard members. Regarding demonstrations, we truly appreciate the Iranian Americans who came to this country respectfully and became proud U.S. citizens. It was impressive to watch their demonstrations. In fact, on February 14th, it reported over 250,000 in downtown LA. Reports stated they picked up after themselves, gave flowers to law enforcement as a thank you for keeping them safe. Now, commissioners, that is a peaceful protest. Today, there's a report on immigration. We'd like to have that report include how many criminal foreigners have actually been apprehended in Los Angeles? What have been the charges? Is it true 10,000 of the 300,000 unaccompanied minors have been found in Southern California? What are the facts? And what is made up? It is naive to think criminal illegal foreigners are not operating in Los Angeles, a city that, thanks to selective enforcement by politicians, also gives sanctuary to foreign drug dealers, human traffickers.
The next speaker is Sophia Wrench.
Good morning. My name is Sophia Wrench, and I'm a staff attorney at Public Counsel. Over the last year, I have been on the ground responding to immigrants who have been kidnapped by ICE and languish in detention centers. I have heard firsthand from people about the brutal ways they were arrested by ICE, thrown to the ground, beaten, dragged by their arms, dislocating their shoulders, getting lacerations on their faces. We've all seen how U.S. citizens have been executed by ICE officers point blank for exercising their First Amendment rights. We mourn the death of LA's own Keith Porter, who was killed by an off-duty ICE officer on New Year's Eve. You've likely heard by now also about the former ICE lawyer and training instructor who warned Congress that ICE has cut its officers' training on the fundamentals of the Constitution, use of force, and how to use firearms safely. A recent CNN analysis found that ICE officers receive less training than almost any other federal agents. Despite these constitutional rights violations and the growing evidence that federal immigration officers are lying on 911 calls, when ICE and Border Patrol call, LAPD facilitates ICE's work, corralling crowds and establishing perimeters that enable them to more quickly racially profile and kidnap our community members. We are beyond a moment for virtue signaling. LAPD must significantly limit its responses to calls for support for federal immigration enforcement. In this context, we strongly support Councilmember Elisa Fernandez's motion directing the police commissioners to narrow LAPD's responses. It has been 8 months since the LA City Council passed this motion, and this commission has yet to adopt any such policy. We demand this commission move immediately to ensure the adoption of the strongest possible policy limiting LAPD responses. Next, we have Steve Riley.
Good morning. Thank you. The United States of America is a constitutional republic. Christ is king, and all lives matter. Today, I'm going to remember in the letter I. Immigration, item 4A. I have posted a letter in the letters section. I hope people make an effort to find it because 2 minutes is not a lot of time to express the ideas that need to be expressed. That letter is surrounded by other letters that were submitted in form, fashion by the ACLU. It is full of ideological attacks and identity politics. It is important to realize that law enforcement should be working together. Federal and local officers working together. And terminology is important. When we say immigrant, we're talking about illegal immigrant alien invaders. Illegal alien invaders, not legal immigrants. We welcome legal immigrants, people who come and process the right way. We respect them as they respected our laws. That is key. I can move to Paris tomorrow, and that doesn't make me a Parisian. That doesn't make me French. So let's get our terms correct. Let's do what is the right thing. All Americans should be working to enforce the law and national sovereignty of our country. This month is Irish American Heritage Month. I hope it's noted on the website. There have been many great contributions made by many groups of people. Let's not neglect the Irish. I can't see how much time I have left here. If it's possible to improve the system here, it would be appreciated. 2 minutes is not a lot of time. Please look at the letter. God bless and God save America. Thank you.
Next speaker, Carlos Amador.
Good morning. My name is Carlos Amador. I'm a resident of the city of Los Angeles. I work with the Clean Car Wash Workers Center, and I'm also a part of the Sanctuary LA Coalition. I want to speak on item 4A as well as public comment. As you may know, car wash workers have been one of the most impacted members of our community based on the rates. In fact, the first raid that happened at a car wash was on June 8th, Sunday, June 8th, in the neighborhood of Westchester in the West LA area of the city. And since then, over 100 car washes have been raided, and more than 300 car wash workers have been taken from their families and their communities kidnapped by masked immigration thugs. Also, an off-duty ICE agent killed Keith Porter on the evening of New Year's Eve, and LAPD has done nothing to hold him accountable and bring justice for Keith Porter and his family. We applauded when the city of Los Angeles passed an ordinance establishing the sanctuary ordinance here in the city. But we're also disappointed that the LAPD and the commission has slow-walked the implementation of this ordinance, as well as the implementation of the motion passed by Councilmember Ulises Hernandez. We want to see a full implementation of the ordinance as well as the motion and the executive directives that have come out of the mayor's office. Instead of protecting immigrants, we have witnessed LAPD effectively helping federal masked thugs, apparently responding to mutual aid requests. But where is the mutual aid for immigrant workers? Where is the mutual aid for immigrant residents who are the economic and cultural fabric of the city? So I ask that the commission please move immediately to implement and adopt the strongest possible protections for our community, our immigrant community, and to limit the LAPD response calls to serve as federal mass immigration thugs. Thank you.
Andres Juan with ACLU and LA resident, speaking to items 4A, 4D, public comments. First, I need to honor and say the names of Rene Good and Alex Petty, as well as Keith Porter Jr., Carlos Montoya, Jaime Garcia, Jose Villegas, and every beloved human being who died as a result of the lawlessness and greed of the Trump regime that is rotten to its core, and the racist fascist thugs who are akin to secret killing squads, now executing civilians in broad daylight for simply exercising their First Amendment rights. Since June 6th and the federal siege of Los Angeles and the Southland, and then Chicago, and horrifyingly so in Minnesota, we've been fighting not just to defend our constitutional human rights, but more importantly to heal and overhaul the sick soul of our nation. In LA, we witnessed the Trump regime unleashing militarized mass movements to terrorize our communities, abducting and ripping folks from their families, and then detaining them in dungeon-like conditions at B-18 down just a block. At the same time, we witnessed the LAPD effectively assisting these federal thugs, responding to calls for so-called mutual aid. LAPD was seen establishing perimeters during or after immigration raids, which courts have found were based on unconstitutional racial profiling. But despite rampant rights violations and the growing evidence of ICE and Border Patrol agents lying in 911 calls, when they call, LAPD just blindly follows. As Sofia and Carlos mentioned, it's been 8 months since Councilmember Hernandez's motion to recommend this commission to significantly narrow LAPD's response to calls for support from the feds. This commission has yet to adopt any such policy. On this note, notice 1.14 deals with process on how to respond, but it's not a policy limiting the situations of when LAPD can respond. Thus, we demand this commission move immediately by the next report on immigration schedule for April 7 and ensure the adoption of the strongest possible policy limiting LAPD responses to calls for service by the feds. We cannot and will not allow the LAPD to do the bidding of federal agents who lie and violate Angelino's constitutional human rights.
Good morning. So the LAPD has a gang problem. I was going through the discipline report that was just released last week, and buried in it was an officer who was forced to resign because he participated in a law enforcement gang. That's what it said. We've heard about this with the LASD, but now we have it happening with the LAPD. Granted, I've always known you guys had a gang problem. Most of the specialized enforcement vice unit and gang units participated in them. I imagine this guy or woman was involved in the mission division scandal. But here we are. An officer is named in the report. The LAPD says that he is in a law enforcement gang. Nobody's talking about it. This is an LAPD commission meeting, and no one's talking about the fact that an LAPD officer was in a law enforcement gang. Now, according to the Department of Justice, it takes at least 3 people to be considered in a gang. So who are the other 2? Who are the other 2? And matter of fact, who is this officer who has resigned? See, LAPD or California has laws in place that protect officers' personnel files from being released to the public, but thanks to SB 1421, we are now privileged to information where officers have been involved in illegal searches, biased policing, and things of that nature. And this officer, it says in the report, participated in both. So who the fuck is this officer who participated in a law enforcement gang? And why are we not talking about this?
And why is he not certified?
So here, and why is he not the certified? Exactly. So I CPRA'd his information last week. Jim, you haven't acknowledged it yet. By law, you have a total of 45 days to turn over information. Turn it over. I'm tired of taking you to court. Do the fucking right thing for once, and commission, do your fucking jobs. Yeah!
What name? What?
Yeah, exactly. I'm here for that.
Good morning, Chief. Good morning, everybody. So I came here. I'm sure the Los Angeles Police Department will change better service for all American people. It's good, but it's very important. I came here. I'm not asking anybody for money or make some money. No, I don't want it. We're all here to protect all American people, right, and safety. But I want everybody, please, strong support me. It transcends harm. It will protect all of us safety, and not in USA but around the world. We will do it. So I'm here every time and I'm asking the people about it. We want it. The safety is the best for everyone. Hey, Tommy. If nobody can do it, but I'm here with everybody, we will do it. We will do it. God bless America. Thank you, everybody. Please keep your mind and with me, then we will do it. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
Charmaine Elizabeth Johnson.
Pass.
last week after I spoke, I was taken back in the room here for a mental health assessment. This week, my voice has been impeded with chemicals put in my consumables. Your officers are committing crime, Chief, and they're aiding and abetting an FBI agent who is attempting to murder me out of the ORL airport in Orlando called John, and it's been reported. It was reported on 11/18. Nothing has been done since that date. They're aiding and abetting. They're committing the crime. They're assisting with the murder. They're liable for the same act that the ORL agent is performing, attempted murder. They are liable for that same crime because they're doing nothing. The officers need to be retrained. They need to do their jobs. And they need to stop murdering me. I came out of hospital yesterday because I was impeded with my voice and injected on the street. I need justice.
Jonathan Foster, please.
I felt bad for him.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello, Jonathan Foster, no OIS, thank God. 210.46 duty to report misconduct. The commission is a badge tarnisher. So Black History Month, I want to do a little celebrating this way.
I don't know if Coltrane would appreciate that.
So Torres, he was shot, right? He had a cell phone, and I said, head to toe body armor, and they have all this in a closet, right? And this type of engagement needs revision because they're always shooting somebody. The head to toe body armor is the protection for the officer. This officer could have been shot. The female is the only one that stood her ground. She actually could have been shot. But they need head to toe body armor on this. Not enough time, but I have to bring up Yang Yang and Linda Becerra Moran, right? Same type of situation where the police department didn't need to shoot these two, but they did. Yang Yang had his knife like this, they shot her, but Linda Becerra Moran had the knife up to her neck. Both of them, they could have shut the door and waited to do something different to engage these two suspects instead of shooting them. So I keep coming up here telling you, I'm the chief of police, this is how you need to proceed, so you stop killing people. You have officers having to take psychological examinations and now become, people that are murdered or killed. Who's protecting the police department is me, so do what I've requested, please.
Audit LA.
Thank you. Good morning. Down the street, they're having several court cases, and one of them is the Danny Masterson case, and the other one is the Chrissy Bixler versus Scientology case. Now, Danny Masterson is a convicted rapist of 3 women, okay? And one of them is the Chrissy Bixler, who is the victim of him. Now, they were all Scientologists, although Danny still is a Scientologist in good standing, even though he's in prison for 30 years for drugging and raping 3 women. And they're working hard to get him out of prison. These are the people on your CPAP. And his victim, Chrissy, who is terrified to go out of the house because she's being terrified of Scientology and their gaming tactics, because you're not allowed to report crimes to the police. And the 3 Jane Does did report it. It took them years to be able to report it because they had to be able to get out of Scientology and then do it. And then when they did it, they became excommunicated, okay? So you have 3 rape victims who are not allowed to, they're not they are not only not Scientologists in good standing, they are considered the enemy of the church. And so fair game, the church can do whatever they want to them without any kind of consequences from Scientology. These people are on your CPAPs. Do you really want an entity, an organization that rewards a rapist who is in good standing, because he, did everything he had to do, but women who actually sought out help for being raped are considered not only, excommunicated, but live in terror daily for what's happening to them, especially now that she's going to court, they're going to court. This is not right. Please get Scientology off of your CPAP. I beg you. Thank you.
Yanisa.
I'm going to go to the court case.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. We're here with LLC. And I'm 26. Women needs assessment. Women in Skid Row identified police harassment, stalking, brutality, as the top norms in our lives.
Thank you.
This is nothing new. It's well documented. So explain to me the city response to women saying we are being stalked.
Thank you.
These surveillance cameras that shot out here.
Thank you. You too. Thanks. Huh? There is, but there's the Danny Masterson Bixler case. I think I'm gonna what's his name is Henry's streaming it. But I think I'm gonna go over there and try to check it out and support the Jane Doe's. The Jane Doe. But there is City Hall.
What's going on with the Bixler?
She's suing Scientology, I guess, for all the hell she's been through, with them, I'm not sure what the whole entire case is about, but she's the victim of one of the victims of Danny Masterson. And they're trying to get him off. I think his case is today, too.
Yeah, he's not going to.
I know, but they're trying hard to get him out.
No, they're trying hard.
They are just disgusting. But it bothers me that they're on CPAP. They should not be on CPAP. If Janet wants to be on as herself, but she's not. They have to do the bidding of Scientology. Yeah, I'll give you an update later, guys. Bye. So I don't know. Should I go to City Hall first? Do I have time? I don't know if I have time.
I think it's out of time now.
Huh? No, you might be okay over there.
They let you speak early, pretty quickly.
I know.
There was a huge line beforehand. Somebody, I think, cut you.
I won't complain.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, you're going to be here for an hour because they handed in like 20 cards.
Dang. Well, maybe they sensed that and they shuffled them or something. They're doing randomizers. The best way to check if there's any City Hall, I could look up.
No, I checked it. I just checked it. It was there. I didn't see anything good on the agenda.
Okay, but I mean, Smoke and Scan is always streaming it live, so you can see if you're beyond the public comment. But by the time I get in there, because Laura's at the court, so I think I'm going to head over to the court. Do you know where Ronald Reagan Courthouse is? Okay, I'll find it. I have to go out here. It's so scared. They have everything shut down.
Well, they're not scared. They're being drawn.
Is that what?
Yeah, that's why they want to fix the windows. They want to keep it on display like we're under siege.
But you see him holding the billy club, like
What?
he was like holding the billy club, like he was ready to use it inside the one in front of me, the cop against the wall, like he had it in his hand, like ready to go.
That's his biggest drama queens right now.
It's like nobody. I mean, we go through the metal detector, like.
It's budget season's coming up, and they're just.
They need to justify.
They're just being overly extra. You notice something? Crime is way down.
Yeah.
This report, and the number of officers is down. Now we're in 8,600 and something.
Oh wait, they want to see you.
It used to be up to, it's supposed to be 10,000.
But
so they're having a hard time. They're saying, our great work brought down crime. No, crime is down everywhere. In every city, in all the country.
Everyone has cameras. Like it's harder to commit crimes these days.
Crime spiked during the beginning of COVID, and it's just been going back. Before COVID, crime had been at a 40-year low, and then it spiked during COVID, and now it's going back to 2019 levels. And they want to take credit for it, but there's fewer cops on the street, but yet the funding goes way up. Because
I know, and the fire doesn't have enough to take care of its needs.
Listen, they get 49.2% in the last budget
of our discretionary budget. They're asking for a $400 million increase. Street lighting,
serious?
the reason it's so dark is because we've cut it by 7.5 million over the last 3 years. So 7.5 million has that much of a All right, man.
Wow, so it's,
7.5 million made our streets go dark, right?
right.
But yet we're spending 400, or they want 400 million more this year just for this department. What if we took that $400 million? You want to improve crime? Light the streets.
Yeah, that's a, yes.
Basic shit.
Yeah, the only areas that get, like, you know, the one corner that they're all, and it's funny, they're always on Citizens App. It's always the corner by Scientology where there's always crime going on. It's very dark there for some reason.
All of Hollywood is, my whole neighborhood.
Yeah, North Hollywood. Yeah, it's just dark.
Go to South Central.
They finally just put on our lights, finally, after like, I don't know, 2
Yeah, but
years.
you know what they've been also doing is they'll put them on, right? And then like a month later, all of a sudden the lights turn purple because they bought the shittiest.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of those purple lights.
Hold on. These guys, the plainclothes guys, are always the ones saying, "Oh, we go to great lengths to hide our identities," and you come walking out of LAPD headquarters
On camera.
on camera, guys.
No, the streamers.
Anyway,
It's like, and I need to repair the side. I'm going on my, I've had what, 4 tire changes because of all the.
because of the sidewalks. And stuff.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's like,
It's taking its toll.
yeah.
This is what happens when we defund infrastructure. We defund street services by 60 million.
Yeah.
Defund sanitation, defund public works, defund general services, I mean, we've defunded all these crucial things. And then, you know, the fire department really needs money. They're understaffed by 400.
They're understaffed. They don't have the right equipment, and they have like mold in their departments.
They have good equipment, right?
But it's broken.
21% of it is sitting over there in Lincoln Heights in the
Yeah.
yard waiting to be repaired.
Yeah.
Because Karen Bass and them cut 60 mechanics positions.
Yep.
We didn't need those, and people sit there and talk about, oh, well, why do we need all these firefighters? 85% of the fire department is EMS. So do you want faster? You can say whatever you want about other services. Do you want ambulances to show up quicker?
Yeah.
Or not?
Yeah.
You know, and they're the same. They have the same number. They actually have fewer personnel now than they had a decade ago, while calls for service have increased by 100. It's now 150% what it was.
I believe it's exponential. It's like there's a lot of heart attacks and strokes
they're
going
forced to
on.
work overtime because we don't
Right.
have enough personnel there, and that's even more money because that's time and a half.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Hire permanent positions, but we're not going to do that because
We need more cops.
Put the minimum amount in the budget, and then as it goes along, if something comes up, we'll just do a supplemental and add some more to it while they give all the money to. Like the cops tell me, you go up to Jim McDonald's office, they got the union in there all day long in his ear telling him what they want. And they have Karen Bass by the balls. She's never not one time, you can go ahead and search it, not one time since she's been mayor has she criticized the LAPD in any way. This is as they get restraining orders and shit and injunctions. You have nothing to say, Karen. You talk about ICE all the damn time. You got
I have a
everything to say
question about
them.
ICE. Okay, all right, like I meant to say something, but we lost a minute. But like, okay, the ICE went to like that guy saying like, you know, to all the car, you know, washes and everything. Why have they not touched Scientology? Scientology has thousands of R1, R2 visas. They're like the prolific in them.
Pam Bondi about that one.
Yeah, but I mean, right here, but they don't touch. You don't see them raiding them.
They go raid Scientology. They have a field day. Like,
It would be
I'm
so
against
many.
ICE.
I
Go
mean,
to the Blue
okay.
Building right now. Go to the Blue
And there'll
Building.
be so many. But you know what? It may be actually a rescue mission because those people in there, they can't hold
It
their
shows you how they're
documents. They may
unserious.
want to go back home.
They are unserious about doing their job.
Yeah, because otherwise they would do hit blue. They have the biggest number. They have, I don't know if they're the largest purveyor. I believe they're one of the largest purveyors of R1, R2 visas. They're like huge amount for the amount of people that they have in
Nobody
their.
wants to touch that.
Huh?
I said nobody wants to touch that for whatever reason. They're scared. So now they're going down there. That was smart. They went back out to the street and instead of coming back here, they're going down into the garage area. And walk past me. They're so. The thing is, it's so easy to tell a plainclothes officer. They all look the same.
Yeah, you can always tell a cop by his eyes. You can always tell kind of like the way they look and
And
everything.
if they're plainclothes, they love to have the whole mechanical thing.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna head over here and see if I can.
You're gonna head over. See, all right. I think I'm gonna head over, try to find the court. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Streets. Oh, man. Oh, shoot, I'm about to go down the freaking stairs. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. I don't even know where this court case is. Let me see if I could try to find it. Okay. I don't know which way is Spring Street. Alright, we're gonna try to figure it out. Laura's in there, right? So I guess you can't text. Hold on. I really can't. I'm sorry if I can't see chat right now. Although I can. Oh, my reading chat. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go back and. You guys. Hey, Jay. You guys. But yeah, it's nice. It's a beautiful day, and the. Well, I gotta figure out. I think Spring Street's over here, and try to do this with and navigate much higher. Oh, but I'm glad I got to speak. I got to. Okay. West, take a right on West 3rd Street. So I try to go to the court, but I have all this stuff. A little spicy like normal.
Anybody get kicked out?
Not yet, no. I wanted to leave because I got to try to find this court building. But, yeah, no. So far, it's been kind of tame. Okay, guys, I'm gonna see if got a call bike guy. Hey, did you get to talk or anything? Okay, because I want to go. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna. where I'm going. Is this Spring Street? Oh, Mike, you're so sweet. Support Mike. Gonna try to find, hope I can get there. This area gets very, very hilly. Okay, wait, is this Spring Street? Hopefully we'll find this. Okay, so we have to go this way. I don't know if they're going to let me in with all the stuff because I had to stay in a hotel over the week. Quarter mile. It's okay, you're fine, go ahead. Okay, so apparently it's on the street, but like a quarter mile away. Learning new places. Okay, I am too, Haggis. I am too. I got both phones today. I got his stuff on my earphones. And then but I don't know if they're gonna let me in. It's not a whole lot of stuff, but I didn't have a chance to run it home. Like I can go home now, but I didn't have the time to run it home. Yep, absolutely. Man, I was shocked. Like that one cop was at the ready with his billy club. I'm like, dang, like, I mean, there's what, like 20 of you. You all have guns and other stuff, and we're all go through the lie detector. I mean, not lie detector. The metal detector. So, like, seriously, why are you at the ready with the billy club? That's just like an unnecessary show of force that is unnecessary. And that's the stuff that builds resentment, you know? It's like, even if you are, like completely hate the cops, whatever, you have a right to that opinion, you have a right to speak it. They're more than well compensated to sit there once a week and listen to it. I mean, the chief, he gets $500,000 a year, right? He can sit there once a week for an hour and hear criticisms. Oh, is this a community garden? Oh, wow, that's so cool. I love the thought of community gardens. Cool. I wonder how you can join it. I have to look into that. That is nice. Yeah, they're on some other case. I think Masterson's case, I think, is today too. But I don't know if it's in the same place or what's going on here.
I've made it through.
Oh, they're a movie set. Or yeah. This is for movies. The trailers and the food. Yeah, and oh, thank you for putting up Irish Henry's channel. I think, yeah, that's right. I think Aaron is in court today too, right? A lot of court today. Oh, puppies. Is that it looks like a Malinois. Oh, beautiful dog. Little Malinois. I feel like I'm going to end up at the... Oh, this is the Bixler case, okay. I have to get off streaming, guys. Okay, it says that I'm gonna have to get off, guys. I'll check in later.